Hello everyone, welcome back to ThermoWeb's YouTube channel. I'm Rebecca Keppel. I am super excited to be here today because ThermoWeb has released their brand new Gina K Designs for ThermoWeb stamp and stencil kit called Gnome for the Holidays, and it is so cute and you can add so many fun details with these stamp and stencil collections. So I want to share with you two different cards with two different color combinations, creating these cute little gnomes and fun Christmas cards. So here is the large stamp set that you get in the kit, and this coordinates with the dies, and you can see that you can make different styles of hats. There's a Christmas tree, there's a mountain range in the back, and a ton of really fun sentiments. And this is the 6x6 stencil. Again, this coordinates with the die cuts and even with the stamp set. So you can see you can put some frosty snow on the mountain range, you can add stripes to the hats, lots of fun things like that. So I am just going to clip this stencil. You can see there's just a couple of pieces that are keeping it together here because this part can be created as used as a mask or the stencil to create snowy backgrounds. Okay, so I have die cut the Christmas tree here, and I am going to ink blend a white die cut piece of cardstock to turn it into a green Christmas tree. For this first card, I'm going with a very fresh, modern take on the Christmas colors. So that lime green and pink, and then kind of a bright aqua blue. And I love mixing up Christmas colors like this. Okay, now to decorate the tree, all you have to do is place the stencil right on top, line it up, and then you can place something right on top of it. I am using glitter glitz gels from Gina K Designs for ThermoWeb in iridescent. Now I'm stamping the mountain range, and again, I think I used Salty Ocean here, and now I'm going to use just a little bit of chipped sapphire on the top. Just want to show you that you can create depth and dimension in your stamping without even adding anything on top of it. But of course, I do want to use the stencil and again use that iridescent glitter glitz. The great thing about the iridescent is it really goes with any color, as I'll show you later in this video when we use it on the traditional Christmas colors as well. Okay, so for the beards, I die cut the beards out of white cardstock with easy cut adhesive on it so that I could put some flock transfer sheets. You can see I'm doing it for the shoes here. I have the little shoes cut in easy cut and cardstock, and I'm going to run those through my die cut machine with the flock, and then when you peel them off, they're little flocked pieces. So I am going to ink blend one of the hats and then use the layering stamp right on top and create a second layer of color that is a little striped pattern as well. So there's so many different ways that you can combine and mix and match the dies with the stamps and the stencil. So I could have put iridescent glitz or another color of glitz on top of that stamped striped hat, but I thought it was just cute as it is for this card. So now I am stamping the sentiment. I love these cute sentiments. It says there's no place like home for the holidays. And I'm going to trim my panel down so that I can mat it with some Gina K for ThermoWeb dot roller adhesive on top of an A2 teal cardstock background. I'm going to pop everything up with ThermoWeb Gina K Designs foam tape and just give lots and lots of dimension. I love those sugary, snowy mountains in the background. And now I'm just going to have fun putting these gnomes together. Super, super easy. So the little body is the green piece there. I die cut that and ink blended it and then popped it up on foam tape. And now I am popping up the top of the beard. The bottom of the beard is just going to hang right over that body. So these gnomes are so easy to put together and they come out so, so cute. I can't even get over how adorable they are. So this is just a tiny little piece of that foam tape cut down so that I can hide it behind that a little circle there, or it's like an oval actually, which is that little nose. How cute is that gnome? I just can't get over how adorable they are. I just think they're the cutest little things ever. And you can make them taller or shorter depending on how kind of close together. You put the beards and the bodies and the feet, like everything can be adjusted to your taste or what you have going on in the card. I needed that second pink guy nice and short because I needed him to fit under the sentiment, whereas the taller guy was able to fit on the left-hand side. And I can't get over them. They're just so adorable. They're so much fun. There's also little pom-poms that you can put on the hat, and that pretty much completes this card. Super, super fun to create. I had such a blast with these guys. So here's for the traditional colors. I'm using the Decofoil Flock Transfer Sheets. Again, I am pressing down my die cut cardstock with Easy Cut adhesive right into the flock. So I'm just putting the sticky side down. Now I'm going to trim around that flock so I can save that big piece for a future project. So I'm going to trim around both of these, and then I'm going to send it through the die cut machine just like you would with dies, but no dies are needed for this. And then I peel them off, and then the cardstock has the flock attached to it. Now I am going to ink blend a Christmas tree, but this time I'm using Distress Oxide Pine Needles because it's more of a traditional green, but I'm going to do the same exact thing for the decoration. I'm just going to put iridescent on top of it, and it's really cool. On this color, the iridescent almost has a goldish tint to it. Looks just a little different than it did on the modern colors. Here I am using the bottom of the stencil to create that snowdrift with some white pigment ink. So easy. And I love the way this turns out. Super, super, super cute. That pigment ink sits on top of the pattern paper. Now I'm using that same Gina K dot roller adhesive to adhere the green paper down to the red paper. I stamped and heat embossed a white sentiment that says Merry Christmas from the sentiment set. And now I am ink blending a little tree stump here. I didn't use it on the last one. I didn't think it was needed for that modern look. But for this one, I do want that little tree stump because it's going to sit right in the middle of those snowdrifts. And then I'll have one gnome on either side. So just using, again, some dot roller adhesive this time to adhere everything down. Another way to color things is just use your markers. I'm just using my Copics and even going around the edges there. And this time, instead of popping the gnomes up, I'm showing you how easy it is to adhere them down with dot roller adhesive as well. So they still have a very cute look, whether you pop things up or whether you have them flat to your card. They're just adorable. I am using a little bit of Ultra Bond on that pom-pom there because I wanted to adhere it down to the flock, and I was afraid that the tape runner or the dot roller adhesive would not adhere as well. So just use a little bit of Ultra Bond. That liquid glue adheres to everything. And I am gonna take these shoes. Now the shoes, the smaller part is the part that you tuck under the body, and then the larger part is kind of the bottom of the shoe. Once again, I took some noses and ink blended them with a little bit of ink. This time I am using spun sugar for their noses, and then just adhered them right down to the cardstock, just right under that little bit of a hat there. So easy, you guys. This kit has everything in it that you need to really create some gorgeous cards, whether you like traditional colors or the fresh and moderns. If you want to grab the kit, the link is down in the YouTube description box below, but do hurry because this is a limited release. I want to thank you so much for stopping by today. Have a wonderful day.